Hi there, Joka here with my cards with the Spellbinders February 2022 large die kit. Here is the kit. Well, you're probably already used to this. There's a lot of pieces in it and quite large pieces as well. There is a typewriter and a bunch of floral elements and also some sentiments. There is a happy birthday. There is a note to say and thanks, I think. Yeah, so this typewriter is actually quite big, so I decided this is a 5 by 7 inch card base, also from Spellbinders. And this is an A2 size card, so you would have to kind of use it, in a different orientation. The papers I chose are from the Basic Grade Typeset collection. I was actually pretty excited because this one also has some typewriters like here. And I also have the 6 by 6 paper pad, so I was hoping to add some typewriter elements to my cards. Well, that didn't quite work out. So yeah, I just used the more solid colors. And then I also decided to use another collection that I'm going to show you along the way, because I simply didn't have enough colors that I wanted. So as you have seen from me before, I always back my especially pattern paper die cuts with heavyweight cardstock because I want them to be sturdy. The pattern paper is very kind of thin, for at least for my taste. So I would never just glue them down as they are. You can see here that you have two different, well, actually now you see that there are 3 of these strips, the backing pieces for the keys, but it's actually only 2 different ones, and then you have to die cut one of them twice, and that's how you get the 3 backing pieces. But it's very easy to line it up. It's gonna all make sense once you die cut them. Then I'm just putting all the pieces together here, and then I will glue everything together, and I get this really pretty typewriter, which actually is kind of similar to the one I have in real life. Now for the sentiment, I decided to use something else, not the one that is in the kit for this card anyway. I am using this new die set from the January release. It's the Be Bold collection, Mix&Match sentiments, I think. I will link everything down below. You know this already because I'm terrible with names, so you will find everything I used in this video in the description box below. Now, this is also a new die set from January, the Precision Layering something, mini Slimline something. So because this has all these rectangles, I just chose one that was the right size for my slit here on the typewriter, and I die cut a piece of white paper for my paper. And now I'm assembling my typewriter. Again, it's very straightforward when you see the pieces, but if you get these kits, I believe you also get a PDF inspiration, kind of how the pieces fit together. Sometimes I need those as well when I don't know what, sometimes there are so many pieces and some small pieces I just can't figure out. But in this case, I believe everything was quite straightforward. So I am kind of eyeballing this and gluing it all down in the middle. I used some gold glitter cardstock for this, and now I'm adding some foam tape to the back of the whole shape, because I will be tucking some flowers behind this, so, and leaves, so I needed some dimension there. So these are the flowers, and again I'm adding some heavyweight cardstock behind every piece, so these will be a bit dimensional, but I don't mind. They are sturdy. I like it that way. So this is the other collection I'm using. This is called Hillside. It has a lot of reddish pinkish or kind of coral colors and a lot of green. So also a bunch of more solid ones. So I just kind of needed some more colors. Now what you see here, some of these stems to the left, what is special about that is that it has two different endings. So basically you can decide which one you want to use with your flower. You can just cut them in half, and there you have it, two different ones, and then they go in two different directions, so you have that versatility there. Again, you can see how thin those papers are. I am adding the heavyweight cardstock behind it as well, because I will need to add these stems onto the flowers, which already consist of 4 layers of paper, right? So I need these to be sturdy. Okay, once I have those, I'm going to create my card base. This, like I mentioned, this cream 5x7 card base is actually a ready-made card base from Spellbinders. You can find that in the shop. And I still had one left, so I wanted to use it. It's very easy to figure out the how you should place the typewriter and these florals. Obviously you can do it however you like, but this is kind of what was on the PDF as well for inspiration, I think, and I really loved it, so I just went with it. So first I glued down my greenery, and now I'm adding the flowers for pops of color here and there. And I'm going to add some foam tape to some of them, just for some variation and different dimension and interest. I don't think you can really tell from this angle and in this light, but in real life that makes a difference, really. Okay, so it's, as you can see, it's really simple. Again, it's easy to put it together, but it's really fun as well. So what else? There's really not much else to say about this. I actually created a second card with different papers because I wanted to create a floral typewriter. So you will see that at the end of the video, because it's exactly the same card, really. So I didn't want to go through the process again, but you will see a different color combination just for fun, and maybe it inspires you. Now these small flowers also come with the kit, and I wanted to add some more red, and some places I thought that there's some gaps that I felt like needed to be filled. And also that's the reason why I'm adding a few leaves here and there. Again, using the same 2 green pattern papers as before. And then I'm gluing down these 3 little flowers as well. Of course, you could just add some enamel dots instead to fill up empty spots if you feel like. And now I'm using the Aura AB gems. I think these are called gems for the middle of my flowers. These are also new colors from Spellbinders. Now to do something different with the kit, no typewriters. I love Monstera leaves, and these are kind of big. I did not use them on the typewriter card, but I did want to use them. So if you've been following me for a while, you know that I love building patterns from smaller shapes. So that's what I'm gonna be doing here. It's gonna be a very simple card, but just to show you a different idea with the same kit. It's completely different in style. It's also easy, but I think it's fun. So for this one, I'm actually using the sentiment that comes with the kit, and I'm just going to use the end note to say, and then you can stamp whatever you want inside the card. I didn't, because you can customize this when you want to send out your card. And so again, I'm using a 5x7 card base, and I'm adding some pattern paper to the front, and I will place this sentiment like so, not in the middle, more like a bit to the top. And then when I settled on that, I added some foam tape, and now I'm going to glue down my leaves, which again I added some heavyweight cardstock to. You could see that earlier. This adds some texture as well. I mean, in this case, you wouldn't really need the backing, because you could just glue everything down. Nothing is going to happen to it, but I wanted to add some dimension to my project. So in this case, that was the reason why I added the cardstock behind the pattern paper. And now I'm just arranging my leaves that I cut from a bunch of different greens and blue papers. And I always like to have some overhang, my pattern is going off the page, and I can always use some of these that I trim off to fill up the spaces around the edges if I need to, so I don't waste the whole big leaf for this purpose. But here I really didn't feel like I needed to add anything, but of course then I felt like I have empty spaces everywhere, and normally in this case I would just add some enamel dots, but I had a bunch of these small flowers already die cut that I had left from the previous cards, so I thought they would be a really great fit, a bit of color, and it just fills up these spaces. So I'm gluing those down. I actually kind of bent up the petals first, and now I'm using again the same gems from Spellbinders. It wasn't the smallest size, actually, the second biggest size, in fact. So once I've done that, I'm just pressing them down so that they stay there forever. Okay, so here you have my cards. Here's the first one that I created, and then I'm going to show you the other one that is like this, just different colors, so you can see my floral typewriter. Okay, I hope you like these cards. I hope you give pattern paper a try. I think it's really great working with it. At least I really like it. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.